Good day children, Sairam, and welcome back to our civics lesson number 1, Introduction to the Parliamentary System. In the previous lecture, I have already taught you the characteristic of the parliamentary system. Okay, and also we have learned that the Prime Minister is the person who chooses the Council of Ministers. Okay, he makes the ministerial powers. Okay, so let's learn about it in detail. The Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers is responsible to the legislature. Okay, whatever actions and policies are taking place in the legislature, the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers are equally responsible for it. Okay, they cannot say that we are the executives, we are not going to interfere in the legislature. No, they have to be equally responsible for whatever actions and policies are being taken in the legislature. Okay, because they are also the part of the legislature. We have learned in the previous lecture. Okay, let's go to the next point. The Council of Ministers has to work with the legislature. Okay, the Council of Ministers which are there, they have to work along with the legislature. Okay, in making the laws also the Council of Ministers has to take part. So parliamentary system is known as responsible system of government. So only we call it the parliamentary system as responsible system of government. It is a responsibility to look after the welfare of the people. Okay, whether as legislature or whether as executive, they have to look after the welfare of the people. Now, there is one unique characteristic about our parliamentary system. What is that unique characteristic? That is collective responsibility. Now, what is this collective responsibility? Any decision taken by any minister, okay, any minister is taking any of the decision, that decision becomes a part of all the other Council of Ministers. That means whatever decision is taken by that minister is the decision of all the Council of Ministers. Because whatever decisions are taken in the parliamentary system is taken after a proper discussions and deliberations. Okay, so any of the minister cannot say that I am not responsible for it. Every minister in the Council of Ministers are responsible for the decision what is taken in the parliamentary system. The Council of Ministers remains in power. Now the Council of Ministers which are there, they can remain in power only when they enjoy the support or confidence of the legislature. Once they lose the confidence of the legislature, they will be removed from the post. So only the no confidence motion is effective. What is a no confidence motion? You all must be knowing what is no confidence motion. No confidence means the legislature is not having any confidence in the Council of Ministers. Okay, that means he is not properly working for the welfare of the people. So, we don't have any confidence in this person. So, that person can be removed from the post, or the executive can be removed from the post. Okay, no confidence motion is an effective tool of keeping a check over the executive. Till everybody has understood? Okay, let's proceed. The legislature is considered as the supreme body. We have learned that. The starting of the lesson only I told you that the legislature is having the ultimate power. Okay. Now, let's go on to the next part. Why did India adopt a parliamentary system of government? Here we are going to find out the reason why actually India adopted a parliamentary system of government. You all must be knowing parliamentary institutions started when Britishers were there in India. When Britishers were ruling in India, that time only all these institutions of parliament had started. So in a way we can say that parliamentary system was like a product of the freedom movement. Okay, it was like a product which came along with our freedom. Now, after freedom, the framers of the constitution. Who are the framers of the constitution? The Constituent Assembly are the framers of the constitution. They made few changes in the parliamentary system. Okay, whatever parliamentary system the Britishers had left to us after the freedom, that in that only our framers started making changes. Okay, and changes in such a way that can suit our country, India. Okay, as a free country, whatever changes were needed in the parliamentary system, that was made by our framers. Okay, according to the constitution. Now, in Indian parliamentary system, there is a proper discussion and deliberation. Okay, discussion, if any policy has to be passed, then a proper discussion is done, as I had told you first only. Okay, in the parliamentary system, all the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha, they have a proper discussions. Okay, then deliberations are done. What is the meaning of deliberation? Thinking about a certain thing in detail. That is called as a deliberation. So, discussions and deliberation are an integral part of the parliamentary form of government. Okay, so proper discussions and proper deliberations, which is very good for the parliamentary form of government. Okay. Questions related to public welfare are discussed in the legislature. Okay, anything related to the public welfare are properly discussed in the legislature. Now, in the next part we are learning members of the opposition party. Now, what is this opposition party? In the previous part we have learned that majority party. Majority party forms the government. Now, what is this opposition party? In the example I showed you that party A and party C, if they are forming the government, then what about party B and party D? They are also the elected members. So these people, they are the opposition party. Okay, they also take part in the discussion, deliberations. Okay, so they are also the part of it. So what is the work of this opposition? Do they come and just sit over there? No. They come and they oppose. Okay, opposition may support the government. Either they support the government wherever appropriate. If the government is right, then only they support them. Otherwise, they point out shortcomings in them. Okay, whatever policies are put up by the government, by the executive, in that some or the other points, shortcomings they take out. Okay, this is the work of the opposition. They also put up studied arguments. Okay, they start arguing also. Why this should be there, why not this. Okay, all these arguments are going on in the House of the Parliament. You all must have seen in the televisions and all. Okay, even questions are raised. Questions are asked. Why this work is not done till now? Okay, when are you all going to finish this work? Okay, all these questions are asked by the opposition party. Nextly, we are going to learn about is the presidential system of government. So till now, whatever we learned, that was a parliamentary system of government. Presidential system of government exists in countries like U.S.A, that is United States of America, wherein the executive is independent of the legislature. Okay, in the parliamentary system we have seen that the legislature, executive and the judiciary, they all work together. Okay, although judiciary is independent, at least the legislature and executive, they work together. But here in this system of government, the executive is independent of the legislature. That means the executive will do their own work, legislature will do their own work. Okay, so both are independent. Now, the president is directly elected by the people, and the people elect him as the head of the state. Such a type of system is called as presidential system of government. Okay, wherein the president is directly elected by the people as the head of the state. Although the three organs work independently, these three organs, they work independently. The judiciary work independently, the executive work independently, the legislature work independently. Then also there is enough of connections between them. A proper connection is there between them. So they work in harmony and coordination. Okay, there is harmony and coordination between these three organs. Okay. Now, let's see some features of this system of government. As we have seen the characteristic of the parliamentary system, same way here we'll see what are the features of this system of government. In a presidential form of government, the legislature and the executive are not directly dependent on each other. We have learned previously also. Okay, I told you previously that the legislature and the executive are independent. They are not at all dependent on each other. The houses of the legislature and the president are directly elected by the people. Okay, houses of the legislature and the president both are directly elected by the people. Now, the president is the executive head. Okay. The president is the executive head. Executive organ head is president. In the parliamentary system, executive head is prime minister. Here it is the president. Now this executive, who is the head, has lots of powers. He has lots of powers, including the power to implement laws. Okay, so much of power he is having in his hand. So, in this structure of system, okay, whatever structure of this presidential system is, in spite of such a structure, the legislature and the executive keep a check on each other. Okay, as we have learned that they are independent. They are independent to take their own decisions. But then also they keep a proper eye on each other, whether both of them are working properly for the people. This mutual control over each other can lead to a responsible government. Because there is a control over each other, what happens? A responsible government is formed over here. Okay, so the presidential system is also a responsible government. So till here everybody has understood, children. What have we learned till now? We have learned the functions of the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers, and we have learned why India had adopted the parliamentary system of government. Then we have learned about the presidential system of government. Okay, now answer some of my questions. Parliamentary system of government developed in which country? England, France, United States of America, or Nepal? Which country it was developed? Yes, correct. It was developed in England. Next, in the presidential system, dash is the executive head. The Prime Minister, the Lok Sabha Speaker, the President, or the Governor? Yes, you are right. It is the President who is the executive head. Okay. Next, here are the three organs. You have to tell me what are their functions. What is the function of the legislature? Function of the legislature is to make laws. Very good. What is the function of the executive? Function of the executive is to execute the laws. Okay, to execute the laws. Whatever laws are made by the legislature, you have to implement them or execute them. What is judiciary? Judiciary provides justice. Okay, judiciary is providing justice. So children, have you all understood this lesson very nicely? Okay. Let's meet in the next lecture. Till then, thank you and take care.